Good evening. Hi, everyone. Well, thank you for joining us. On behalf of everyone at Erie House, we're so happy to welcome you back in person to our 2022 Future of Promise Awards dinner. It feels like a lifetime ago that we were here in this very room, March of 2020, celebrating our 150th anniversary with so many of you. It's so great to be back. I also want to give a warm welcome to our friends watching at home. Well, one thing we learned during this pandemic over the past 2 years is how to stay connected virtually. And so we thank you for taking the time to join us wherever you may be tuning in from. Since 1870, over 152 years, Erie House has served as a second home for hundreds and thousands of immigrants, equipping them with tools, resources, and support they need to reach their potential. It goes without saying that over the past 2 years, we've been challenged and stretched to reimagine how Erie House would continue to fulfill this promise in our community. So much of our work is about human interaction, establishing trust and relationships with our children and families, from a gentle hug to the little ones as they transition to kindergarten, or a welcoming handshake that we give to adults in our ESL classes. And yet, with our team's persistence and determination, our programs remained intact, virtually. We could not have done this without our supporters and partners, but most importantly, we were able to refocus thanks to our dedicated staff, who found ways to recreate the programming for our youngest learners, our youth, and our adults with whom we work. As president of the board during this time, I've never been prouder or more grateful to the Erie House team and staff. Tonight, you'll hear more about Erie's recent work throughout our programs, and we'll highlight early childhood education, where we've expanded our reach and grown. If you notice the colorful table numbers, you might be able to tell that they were created by our youngest artists, who we have in our classroom, and you'll have an opportunity to acquire more of their artwork tonight as well. We'll also pay tribute to our honorees, the Alpha People in Project Solutions, Sally Pryor, and CIBC. All three have lent their time, talent, and resources to Erie House and exhibit the true meaning of partnership. Before we would begin, I'd like to thank the elected officials who are either here or will be joining us tonight. And we can hold our applause to the end. Congressman Chuy Garcia of the Illinois 4th Congressional District, State Representative Elizabeth Hernandez, 24th District, Alderman Mike Rodriguez of the 22nd Ward, Alderman Daniel Espada of the 1st Ward, and Kirsten Chernowski, the Director of Division of Early Childhood at the Illinois Department of Human Services. Speaking of Kirsten Chernowski, I'd like to welcome Kirsten as the Director of Illinois Department of Human Services, Division of Early Childhood Education. As you all may know, Kirsten transitioned away from Erie House last year. Erie House's loss was the state's gain, and we're proud and thankful to have you leading this work on behalf of our youngest learners, and we thank you for all your leadership at Erie House. Speaking of leadership, I'm so thrilled to introduce you to Cristina de la Rosa, Erie's interim executive director. Cristina joined the team at Erie about 10 years ago and has served in a number of roles, from working with our education and outreach programs in partnership with CHA, all the way to leading our programming as Senior Director of Programs. When the organization experienced transition last summer, we were lucky to have Cristina's expertise in leadership. These have not been easy months for all community-based organizations, but Cristina has stepped in with courage and grace and has done an incredible job. It's my honor to welcome Cristina to the stage.
Evening, and thank you, Nick, and thank you to you and the board for your support these last 7 months and during this interim period. Buenas noches, good evening, we're here, we made it, we did it, yay! Please bear with me as I work through some nerves, but don't let that make you think that I'm not honored, and it's been such a pleasure to serve in this role. And I want to thank the staff and the board and Jessica, who's here somewhere. It's really hard to see up here, but I'm honored and I'm grateful. And on behalf of everyone at Erie Neighborhood House, we welcome you to our Promise, for our Future of Promise Awards tonight. Thank you for sharing this special night with us. The last time we gathered in 2022, we really had no idea how drastically the compounded impact of COVID would and continue to have on many aspects of our lives. But here we are, and tonight we will honor some of our partners that have demonstrated unwavering support during this time, and we will honor our youngest learners and first responders. Erie House, as Nick mentioned, has been committed to supporting immigrant and low-income families since 1870. With each wave of immigration, Erie House has adapted to meet the needs of these communities and has done so through a settlement house model, a comprehensive approach to supporting families. We knew we had to support all members of the family, from pre-K to adult learners. And I'm not sure if many of you know, but Erie is one of the first pre-K programs established in 1893. Yes. And since then, our programs and our services have only grown. While our focus tonight is on our youngest learners and our participants, we all know that learning is a lifelong journey. And this is why we work with individuals from birth to adulthood. So far in this program year, Erie has served over 450 children and youth. This is through our early childhood education, our after-school programs, youth leadership, and literacy. Programs that ensure our children are kindergarten ready, have homework help, are validated, and make post-secondary education a reality. We ensure that every young person who walks through our doors knows they are capable and destined to be and do great things. This year alone, 100% of our high school seniors have been accepted into a 2 or 4 year college or university. Yeah. Additionally, we have supported over 300 adult learners through ESL, ABE, workforce development, and bridge programming. And we continue to connect our community to employment. While the pandemic slowed many things down, we were fortunate enough to experience some growth that we would never have realized without the support of all of you, both financial, your volunteer hours, and your relentless advocacy. Growth that included opening a legal clinic and serving over 760 individuals. Yes. Helping them navigate the system and in securing immigration benefits that ensure that families can stay together. We opened 2 satellite offices, one in Cicero and Berwyn, where leadership at the local and community level recognize that our programs and services can uplift their communities, and they've welcomed us. COVID didn't just have an economic impact on the community we serve, but it also affected our mental health and our well-being. We had no idea 2 years ago we would need to isolate ourselves from loved ones and limit our lives for extended periods of time. And unfortunately for many of us, we have experienced deep grief due to distance and even the loss of some of our loved ones. It's been hard. It's been really hard. But faced with these unprecedented levels of depression, anxiety, and mental health challenges, we've been fortunate at Erie to expand our mental health services. We have been able to partner with Esperanza Health Centers in Little Village to ensure that folks that need medication management, psych assessments, and evaluations have a direct link in our communities. And in very exciting and recent news, and it's really hard to see here, I'm not sure if the congressman is here, but we were recently awarded $2 million to continue to expand on this work in Little Village and the Southwest Side. Yes. We're so happy and fortunate because we have already long been on the front lines working to create greater access to community mental health services. Our sincerest gratitude to Congressman Chuy Garcia for his support to make this grant possible. These have been challenging times, and we continue to live out our mission, empowering our community through education, access to critical services, and advocacy, working together to create a just and inclusive society. As we turn toward this evening's program, I would like to take a moment to recognize Cigna's leadership and ongoing support as a member of our host committee. And we also look forward to introducing and hearing from our honorees, CIBC, Sally Pryor, and the Alpha Group. And finally, to our generous supporters, I've had a wonderful time getting to know you these last 7 months, learning firsthand why you support our mission and why you invest in our communities. Please join me in thanking them. So tonight, as we celebrate our early childhood education program, our youngest learners, their families, and our staff, I want to remind everyone that early childhood focuses on helping children reach developmental milestones, from social-emotional skills, the introduction of literacy, numeracy, and even critical thinking. We take our role as a provider very seriously, so much so that we no longer call it childcare, because it's way more than just that. Our teachers are licensed, they're credentialed, and they hold degrees. They are nurturing and are molding the next generation of our future leaders. And even though they were remote for only 5 months at the onset of the pandemic, they continued to provide services to our families. We learned to adapt, and we helped our families adapt too. We wanted to know how our families were doing, if they needed necessities like food, shelter, or support with utilities. And once we knew that our families were stable, we eased into instruction. Who here had a remote learner in their household? Yes. Yes. And I emphasize we eased into that because we know it's really hard to get a toddler to sit down for even 2 to 3 minutes. And so we really should applaud them for that. And so in just a moment, you will learn more about Fortune and her family and how they created a new home here in Chicago. And you will also hear from our incredible staff and the key role they played in partnership with Fortune to ensure her children are ready for the big world. Let's turn our attention to the screens.
Hi, my name's Jessie. I'm 4 years old. I like Spider-Man. This is my mom, Fortune. She makes everything. This is my sister, Tara. We make forts together. Tara is always nice to me. This is my dad. His name is Jimmy. He helps me with my homework. We moved here to Chicago when I was a baby. That wasn't like long ago.
My husband is still in Nigeria, so I'm here alone with the kids. We came here when Tara was almost 3. Now she's 7. I call my kids my sweet darlings. Jessie is cool and calm. Tara is a sunbeam. She's everyone's friend. We teach our kids to love and be kind. In Nigeria, my husband worked with a communication firm. We came here because it wasn't safe for me and my kids. We had some kidnapping, so we had to leave. Immigration wasn't an easy process, but it was just what we needed at the time. We needed childcare to succeed here. Who can afford childcare in this country? I know we're not alone. I started looking for a place for my kids to go. That's when someone recommended Erie House.
Fortune is open, honest, and communicative. As their family advocate, my job is to connect the family with resources and inform them of programs that may be of benefit. That could be anything from a food pantry to therapists and doctors, and in Fortune's case, early childhood education. We have hearing and vision screening, and that's how we found that Jesse was in need of glasses, so now he wears glasses. They're nice and blue. Fortune I can tell that she's very involved with her family. They have each other's backs because of how even Tara takes care of Jesse. They are the perfect example of a family that utilizes services to thrive while giving back to the community.
Bye. In our classroom, Jesse loves serving breakfast and lunch. He knows his alphabet and his numbers. He loves yoga and is engaged. His language skills are phenomenal, which we know he gets from his mom. She speaks 4 languages. His family is active, and that helps him get the most out of the experience. Fortune is always ready to listen and respond to his needs. Having students like Jesse and his family is so important for our community. Early childhood education is the building blocks of an engaged citizen. Here we learn social-emotional skills, how to work in a group, how to share, mindfulness, and self-soothing. Erie House has a unique approach with our families and work with certified therapists to help our little humans be ready for the big world.
What early childhood education teachers are doing has a profound impact on children. The first 5 years of life, there's a lot of brain development happening, so you have the opportunity to just have amazing impact while the brain's still under construction. We use play to help them to express feelings, talk about or tell the story of something they have gone through in the past. We focus on safety and building relationships. It is a critical investment in our society that will pay forward. When we can help children see themselves as worthy and deserving, and they see the world as a place that supports them in their journey, it would solve all our problems. We are planting those seeds.
Building a powerful community starts when we are little. It's absolutely important we continue to invest in early childhood education. Just on the west side of Chicago, in a single zip code, 2,418 children birth to age 3 are living below the poverty line. These families pay more than 30% of their income on rent alone. And while our families thrive despite these challenges, should they have to? If all families were able to enroll their children in early childhood education at the same rate as high-income families, over time, our economic growth would increase 30%. On a national scale, that equates to billions of dollars we are losing out on. Turns out, investing in humans at an early age is good for everyone. That's why our work is so critical, because we have to empower, we have to educate, we have to encourage our families and advocate for them and make sure that they have the resources that they deserve.
I love school. I love my teacher. We play with cars and sand. I like yoga. I like the push-up pose. I'm excited to go to school.
One day I would like to have my own restaurant. I love cooking. I make Nigerian dishes, jollof rice, red goat stew, fried rice. I want to have a restaurant where everyone comes to eat and still have more. Everyone loves to connect over food, and everyone deserves to sit at the table. I love Chicago. For me, Chicago is home. I like the fact that people are allowed to be themselves. At home, we pray as a family. We read stories for our kids every night, no matter how tired we are.
We're so grateful to Erie House for helping us be successful here.
I feel like it's a good school because the kids love the school. Good work, guys. Keep it up.
And we want to see more families like ours benefit.
Join us at the table. We saved a seat for you.
Sanu.
Thank you, Fortune, Jesse, Tara, and Jimmy, for allowing us into your home and sharing your story with everyone tonight. It's not always easy to be vulnerable and share something so personal like your lived experiences and hardship, your family, and your home. We're lucky Fortune and Jimmy chose us to provide their children with the building blocks to ensure a brighter future. And we're happy we're able to provide those wraparound services so they may strengthen their new home here in Chicago. I, too, know how incredibly important and critical Head Start programs are to the development of children and their caregivers, because I'm a Head Start mom. My daughter, Naima, was enrolled in our early childhood education program for 3 years, and I'm not sure how I would have navigated being a mom without the love and support that I've received from the teaching staff. Potty training, wearing your glasses, hitting, biting, keeping your mask on, all were very hard for Naima to see and carry through. But it was so much easier with the support I received from the staff. It was a true partnership from the start, and when Naima struggled to wear her glasses, her teacher had assured me that in no time she would keep them on. And I walked away thinking to myself, right. She is very opinionated and she's a great negotiator. However, to my surprise, she did. Every day she kept them on longer and longer, and I had to ask her teacher how she did that. And she let me know that she just made it fun, and she picked a book where the main character wore their glasses, and the rest was history. This is just one of the many interactions that parents in early childhood education have with the teaching staff. And I really missed that during COVID. We had to limit that. The relationship between the teacher and the parent is really a true partnership. And it's in these moments where you get to hear about your child's day, what they ate, how they learn to identify their emotions, and what they need to work on at home. I'm filled with so much gratitude for the teachers, not only at Erie, but across the nation and the world, who returned to the classroom in August and were willing to still learn while we were still learning how to navigate COVID. There was a lot of uncertainty. But in these uncertain times, yes, these courageous heroes continue to show up for our families. This is just a small glimpse in the impact early childhood education programs have on our communities. We are a safe place for our families to leave their children while they go to school or while they go to work. And we're a place where families know that we work alongside them to help them reach their goals so we can ensure that they have access to the resources they deserve to thrive. And so now, tonight, we ask you to invest in helping Erie House and continue to strengthen our families and communities. I know it is Erie tradition for the executive leaders to lead the paddle raise. And to be honest, I have been a little nervous about this. I'm also wearing my heels, and Selena and Kirsten know how this is. So please help me make this a successful one. So on your table, you're gonna find an envelope. There's a paddle in there. Thank you, thank you. There's a big white envelope, and in it are paddle cards with your names on it. Please take a moment to find your card while I walk down to the floor. And for the home audience, you can also participate. Please text the number on your screen or find the donate button on your event page. Your donation will still be counted tonight. Does everyone have a card? If you have your card, let's see it. Wave it in the air. I promise we won't count it yet. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's get that practice in. So our goal tonight is to try to achieve 100% participation. And we'll go ahead and get started. You got to make me work for this, okay? Our first level tonight is 10,000. 10,000. It helps support tables and computers for classrooms for when they have to go home because of COVID. A new play equipment for our motor skills room, and a half-day teacher institute. Can I get a paddle for 10,000, please? 233. Thank you so much. 233 for 10,000. Anybody else? Any other paddle here? Before I move on, I'm going to make my way to the other side of the room. 205. Thank you so much. 205. Thank you. Thank you. All right, going once, going twice. All right, we'll move on to the next level. $5,000 helps support our Read Summer Reading Program, health education classes, professional development for managers, and for teaching staff. Can I get a paddle for 5,000? 435. Thank you. Thank you so much. 322. Thank you. Table 28. We got 2 5s over there. Thank you so much. A reminder, 5,000 helps support our Read Summer Reading Program, our health education classes, and professional development. Okay, I'll go on to the next. 2,500. 2,500 helps support our community relief fund, providing 302. Thank you so much. 208. Thank you. 287 over here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bus passes for 230. Thank you. Thank you. Bus passes for our participants and for Fall Fest. Anybody else for 2,500? All right. Our next level is $1,000. 1,000 help 222. Help support 218, 414, thank you, 223, 139, 236, thank you, thank you. 194 over here, thank you so much, 203, 210. Not yet, just kidding. It's okay, thank you. 296, 218, 232, 263, 399, thank you so much. 162, thank you, thank you, thank you. Pre-K graduation, parent engagement activities. Thank you so much. Woo. 396. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, thanks, Manny. Thanks for the love. Thank you. 500. Whoop. Oh, 118. Thank you. 318 over here. 215. 356. 110. Thank you so much. Work readiness. 317. 316. Thank you. 443. Thank you so much. 170. Thank you. Thank you so much. Work readiness attire. Team banquet. I need some water. Food for summer programming and citizenship application fees. Thank you. 250. 250 helps with licensing prep courses. 112. Thank you so much. 228. 238. 275. 433. Thank you. 413. Thank you. 377. 376, 374, and 379. Thank you, table 35 and 376, 362, 358, 357, 349, 437, 195. Thank you, 186, and 338 on this side. Thank you. Wow. Thank you so much. 428. Thank you. 385 and 392. Woo! And we got 177 and 154. 130. Thank you. 260. Thank you so much. All right. I did need to take a little sip of water there. And our final level is $100. We have a very special opportunity for you tonight. Everyone that raises their paddle will receive a set of note cards designed by our kids. The artwork on the screen are some examples of what they look like. Everyone will get them. If you've already raised your paddle, don't miss out on these special edition cards and raise your paddle again. Friends at home, you'll get them too. Let's get started. 233, 229, 230, 287, 294, 139, 399, 391, thank you, 372, 272, 411, 264, 266, 445, 265, thank you, 257, and 113, woohoo! 125, 122, 121, thank you, table 3, 431, 111. Wow, 217, 216, and 211, thank you, table 15. 147, 157, 156, 155, 159, 158, thank you. 162, and table 10, yes, 175, 173, 174, 176, 171, thank you. 181 and 183, good to see you. 429, 334, 332, 323, 364, 360, 363, 367, 371, 368, thank you, and 375, thank you. And 310, 211, 216, and 217, woo! Thank you. Thank you so much. Woo! That was fun. I just burned some calories. I apologize for the huffing and puffing. Thank you so much. Oh my God, that was amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Whew. All right. So we are truly grateful for your generosity, and your support will help to continue to strengthen our communities. The staff at the Radisson have prepared an excellent meal for you tonight, and we're happy that you're able to join us at our table. Please join me in welcoming Reverend Craig Howard for our invocation. We'll be back after dinner, and if you're joining us from home, we invite you to stay tuned. We've created some exclusive content and fun activities just for you. If you decide to step away, we'll send you a reminder a few minutes before restarting the program. Reverend Howard, thank you.
Greetings from the Presbytery of Chicago. I just learned a new way to lift the offering. Wish my pastors were here. Since I know I'm standing between you and a meal, we're just going to go right into the prayer, if that's okay. So please pray with me. God, we are thankful to be here in Chicago at this moment. We are glad to be in a ballroom full of people since we had been existing in tight spaces as we lived through the shadow of COVID. Although the pandemic is not over, at least we can come together and have fellowship, share a meal, and celebrate the great work being done at Erie House. Loving God, in this time when our nation has been inhospitable to others, it has taken the horrors of war in Ukraine to awaken new welcoming spirit in the world. May Erie House be a model of what community acceptance and welcoming of strangers can look like. And so, God, as we partake of this meal, let us be mindful of those even near this beautiful building, this beautiful hotel, who are without food tonight. May we continue to do the work of eliminating poverty and hunger in our community and the world. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
My name is Ignacio Medina. I'm the Community Engagement Coordinator for the Health and Leadership programs here at Erie Neighborhood House. My decision to come here is basically, as many immigrants, you find a better opportunities, better way of living. Chicago was a city that I want to live. When I first arrived, I was looking, first of all, is knowing the culture. I wanted to do something different. And coming to Erie House, that's what I found. So I actually came and I registered for the ESL classes. Eventually, they opened up a class of technology promoters that it was very successful. I was offered a position. That's how, from being part of the community to being employee of Erie Neighborhood House. But we offer workshops about know your rights, workshops about nutrition. For me, being able to bring and deliver this type of services and connecting the community with the resources, something that I get passion and I like to give to the community. Erie House is a great organization where you can go and you can start from the bottom and have that opportunity to develop your full potential.
Mi nombre es Imelda Gómez. Yo llegué aquí hace 7 años y sí fue muy difícil para mí cuando llegué porque es un idioma muy diferente. porque cuando yo llegué aquí yo no sabía nada de inglés. Cuando yo tomé las clases de inglés, escuché que estaban tomando las clases de ciudadanía. Y las clases de ciudadanía, aparte de que me ayudaron con mi trámite de ciudadanía, también me ayudaron mucho con mi inglés.
My name is Sally. I'm a volunteer with Erie. I initially started tutoring with a citizenship class. Imelda was a perfect example of someone who is bright. I'm so very proud of her. I can be a small part of giving people hope in their future in the United States.
Para mí, Erie es como, pues me han ayudado a todo lo que yo sé. El haber pasado mi ciudadanía, mi examen, todo se los agradezco a ellos porque en realidad ellos me ayudaron con todos mis procesos y es gratis, ni siquiera cobran.
My name is Dulce Sarai Medina and I'm currently in the YOU program. YOU and Erie House have been a part of my childhood. My dad has been working here for quite some time. He would spend long hours working. My way to see him was to come visit him while he was working here at Erie House. And little by little, I got to know people who work here. YOU and Erie House in general has benefited me across all spectrums, both social and academic. Because of YOU, I got to go to this architectural program called INOMA, which is an architectural program designed for minority students to expose them to the world of architecture and building and construction and design.
It was important for me to enroll Dulce Sarai in a good quality program.
As a student, I'm now having to look into colleges, I'm having to look into what my future holds for me. And YOU, for example, is providing people and connections and networking that I can lean back on. It's showing me resources and scholarships I need to look at in the future. It's showing me viable job opportunities. And you leave YOU being prepared. Erie House's purpose is to push people forward, to let their voices be heard.
My name is Beatriz Navarro, and my business name is Butterfly Cookies. My daughter and my little dog and we moved to Chicago 10 years ago. A few days it was good because I feel like it was on vacation. We realized we want to live in here in the United States. I was sad. My English it was bad, so bad, and my daughter too. I don't know, I was shaking sometimes walking in the street. Don't see nothing. It was difficult. My husband and I told the neighbors, do you know the place they can teach me English? They say, oh, they have an Erie House. And I went to Erie House and I asked for the people who is in charge for teaching English. And now I have my own business.
My name is Adriana Cuellar. I'm happy that the girls come into Erie House. They're being prepared to start kindergarten. They upload pictures of the kids doing their work and playing outside, having fun, writing, coloring, and they're covering everything pretty much. They're practicing their shapes, their ABCs, science, drama. The first time I walked in through those doors, they made me feel welcome, made me feel like it was gonna be okay. At that time, I hadn't found a job yet, and they really reached out to help me and to guide me through the process of Action for Children. I hadn't been away from my daughters since they were born, and I was pretty nervous even to letting my babies go. So I was given the option to that. You can volunteer in either of the girls' classes. They were in separate classes to grow their own persona, to not depend on one another. And I was introduced to the board, and I was asked if I wanted to join, and here I am. So what Erie provides in their school, it's mental health, affordable, and I took advantage of that to help myself emotionally, mentally, and feel supported, and also for my kids. My kids are also taking play therapy. I'm trying to figure it out, how to co-parent. Their dad is taking also therapy to help each other to co-parent and to see how they react on their own, because they've never been alone, like just one single kid. But at least they get their hour apart from each other and they concentrate on each other. Therapy has helped me to give name to my feelings on that moment and to understand that it's okay to feel that way while being a single mom, while just being a mom, or while just being a woman. Now Erie has in-home visits. And I think if they had that before, it would have helped me a lot, because I did went to postpartum depression, and I wish I had more of the help. But it's such a great thing that Erie is doing this, and I really hope parents will take advantage of this. The other part of Erie House that I enjoyed is the financial assistance that they help you with. It's fun to see, to be part of it and see how the center is working hard to help your little ones. Erie House has helped me to be more independent and also feel supported on the education of my children, and emotionally for me, and financially.
And I went to Erie House, and I asked for the people who is in charge for teaching English. And all my classmates, even immigrants like me, they feel like the same like me. They scared. Some of them, they don't have family. And we supported each other, because we have empathy, because we feel the same. I finished all the courses in Erie House, and we passed for the special tutor, and I have a special tutor for 7 years. We read almost 34 books, the more famous books in the United States. Excellent teachers, tutors, and I feel always welcome in Erie House.
My moments here, this is my hour. I'm blossoming up like a flower. My moments come now, it's my debut. I've waited years for this. No more tears, this is holy bliss. Say hello, blow the world a kiss. I'm sinking in this moment, like splash. I'm making waves, show me way. Here I come, splash. Here I am, feel like I'm on top of the world. Look at how I made it. I shine so bright, make your world whole. I spin the wheel, yeah, I'm the potter. My presence blesses holy water. I've waited years for this. No more tears, this is holy bliss. Say hello, blow the world a kiss. I'm sinking in this moment, like splash. I'm making waves, show me way. Here I come, splash. Here I am, feel like I'm on top of the world. Look at how I made it. This is holy bliss. Say hello, blow the world a kiss. I'm sinking in this moment, like splash. I'm making waves, show me way. Here I come, splash. Here I am, feel like I'm on top of the world. Look at how I made it. Feeling like the greatest. Mama, I'm famous. Feel like I'm on top of the world. Feeling like a billion. Got my sights on the track. Got my stocks up, feel like I'm on top of the world. 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 Feel like I'm on top of the world.
Sometimes you really feel it, no.
And other times I really feel down. But you keep a smile up on your face. You gotta know that you're enough. And can't nobody take your place. You just gotta keep on pressing on. You're an exception. You are a diamond. You've got that fire. You've got something special, special inside. You've got something special. You don't have to hide. You've got something special, special inside. You've got something special inside. You got everything you need, and you don't have to be afraid. You just gotta keep on pressing on. Trouble don't last always, so pick yourself up and be strong. You just gotta keep on pressing on. You're an exception. You are a diamond. You got that fire. You've got something special, special inside. You've got something special. You don't have to hide. You've got something special, special inside. You've got something special inside.
My name is David Alberto. I'm 17 and I go to Benito Juarez Community Academy. After the first few weeks of being in Erie House, I started to notice how awesome this program was. I would describe Proyecto Cuídate as a space where you could come to know that they're not going to be judged, to know that they're going to be safe, to know that they're actually going to a place that's there for them. Coming here makes me feel like I'm actually important. They tell me that no matter if I need clothes, if I need food, if I need somebody to talk to, they'll be here. And so I know when I come here and I ask, I'll get help. When he came, it was in 8th grade, a few weeks before he graduated. I was super shy. I didn't do things that made me feel uncomfortable. Didn't go out of my comfort zone a lot. I've been able to actually talk to them. It feels good being able to talk to somebody who actually cares about your situation. I was in youth leadership during the first year, and that was a program where guys like me could hang out and talk about the world problems and talk about the different things that are happening in our lives. I'm applying to college, and I've gotten accepted to 2 architecture schools so far, and I'm still waiting on a few more. And then recently I got hired as a person who works here at Erie House. As a youth ambassador, I want to give more information out to the youth about how to apply for college. I want to be able to give these kinds of resources to kids because in my community there's not a lot of people who apply to college. I feel this program has given me a better understanding of leadership and being able to be young but also take part of high roles, big roles. Yeah. No matter who the person is, this program accepts anybody. Anybody could come. I feel like everybody else feels like they're welcome here. Nobody's discriminated. Everybody has the same amount of respect and the same amount of rights.
I was in the Erie House with my tutor and taking classes. They offer to how to start your own business. And I wasn't thinking about to open a business, but they say probably one day. I take the course and now I have my own business. In Mexico, I was painter. Always I like to paint, and I'm an artist. Now I put all my knowledge and the cooking, like a canvas for me. Oh, I feel satisfied sometimes. I'm working hard for 5 years. We need to grow more. I have customers and I have staff, and now I am going to open, I hope in March, open my business, and I feel so happy.
Mama, you'll be so proud of me. Look how far we've come. Never once did you not believe. You knew it all along. Daddy, you made a man of me. I am my father's son. The right, the wrongs, the in-betweens. Help me know for sure things do get better. And they lied, they lied, they lied when they said it don't. Things do get better. And they lied, they lied, they lied when they said it won't. God in heaven knows where there's dark, there's light. Where there's wrong, there's right. Ooh, I know that things get better. For the lows, there's highs. For the blind, there's sight. Ooh, I know that things get better. Brother, brother, can you believe back when we were young, this was only but a dream. Now we've just begun. Oh boy, I wish Papa could see the person I've become. I'm standing on the family tree. I hope he hears this song. Things do get better. And they lied when they said it don't. Things do get better. And they lied when they said it won't. Now we know for sure, where there's dark, there's light. Where there's wrong, there's right. Ooh, I know that things get better. For the lows, there's highs. For the blind, there's shine. Ooh, I know that things get better. I know that it gets better. Get better. I know it gets better. I know it gets better, 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 better. Yeah.
This is the first time that Erie's Legal Services Department has had its own space. We used to be connected to Citizenship and Immigration Services, but as we expanded, we became our own department that focuses exclusively on providing immigration legal services to clients and participants at Erie. With this new expansion, we are able to have a larger team and house all of our team here in one central place. This space is definitely going to be an upgrade for not just our team, but also for participants and clients. It's brand new, it's a very professional space. We are more ADA accessible, so this will be a bit more kind of client friendly. Navigating the immigration system is something that a lot of people really are unable to do without a lot of guidance. You run into dead ends, the policies change overnight, the administration changes and policies along with that. And the last 4 years have been definitely no exception. Now is a time that we really are relying on funders and people who've supported Erie in the past to continue to help us weather the storm of the pandemic. We've made it 150 years. I'm confident that with the ongoing support that we will get through this and we'll be stronger and be able to serve our participants even better than we could before.
I started working in the early childhood field back when I was in high school. I went into working at a childcare center to getting my associate's degree in early childhood and working in a Head Start program. And that's kind of where I felt my passion evolve for children. Working in a Head Start program led to me getting my bachelor's degree in early childhood. I am extremely excited about opening this up and having our families within the community be able to come here and see the beautiful space, and I would love for you to come and take a tour. This is our gross motor space. This is a shared space for all of the children. This is also the area where you will be able to access the classrooms. The architect was very intentional about creating this space. He created outside of all of the classrooms, there's a house. There's a street that runs through the neighborhood. There are green tiles that represent the grass and blue tiles that represent the water. And I believe that that really just speaks volumes to who Erie Neighborhood House is as a community-based program. Here's an example of one of our classrooms here at our Near West site. Behind me, you'll see that there are lockers for children to hang up their jackets and their backpacks as they're coming in for the day. And then throughout the classrooms, there are a variety of materials and areas for children to play in while they're engaging throughout their day. We have created these classrooms in a way that we are able to strive for quality education for young children. We've been around for 150 plus years now, so we are a staple in the city of Chicago. So people now being able to see us and they know that we're here for the community and they know that we're going to bring the best that we can to them. Supporting Erie House isn't just supporting the organization, but I think it's supporting the communities around us.
I'm working hard for 5 years. We need to grow more. I have customers and I have staff, and now I am going to open, I hope, in March. I won the Spotlight Achievement at the Erie House because I tell my story, how they really pushing me to learn English and help me. And they offer me to bake the cookies for the event. Great to help to Erie House. I named my business Butterfly Cookies because I love the butterflies, and I think that butterflies signify for me freedom. You know, the butterfly for the monarchas is an immigrant like me, from to Canada to move to Mexico, the Mexico to move to Canada and travel for a long trip, you know, like me.
Mama, you did good. Mama, you did good. I'm taking all your lessons as a young man should.
Yeah, one time for the parents who be working all day, all night. Yeah, doing everything you can, trying to pay the bills and keep on the lights. Yeah, in every move you make, all you're looking for is peace of the mind. And when the world is unforgiving, you're giving it a bigger fight. I see you in the ring now, fighting for shalom, keeping fear down. Hustling, busy, yapping off real loud. Contending for the family and kids now. Yeah, they don't know about you, ayy. They don't know about the long nights on the couch or the times when you came up short or couldn't afford that one little toy for your boy. It's all good.
Papa, you did good. Papa, you did good. Papa, you did good. I'm taking all your lessons as a young man should. Mama, Mama, you did good. Mama, you did good. I'm taking all your lessons as a young man should.
Hey, made you play the villain so many times when you were the hero. You were the hero. Hey, when I heard about your scolding, I know I zoned out with my earphone. Hey, but it's clear as day, your love for me was greater than the luxuries of being right in the fight of stacking whole bunch of tallies. I'm guessing that's the heart of a daddy and a mama when they're looking at their kids now. Though we're getting big now, we can warm hearts with a big smile. Bet that even with a beating wrist, they'll still see glimpses of our baby with a build now. I know to you I'm really just a big child, but I hope you know I'm feeling real proud of you. I know to you I'm really just a big child, but I hope you know I'm feeling real proud.
Papa, you did good. Papa, you did good. Papa, you did good. I'm taking all your lessons as a young man should. Mama, you did good. Mama, you did good. Mama, I'm taking all your lessons as a young man should. Papa, you did good. Papa, you did good. Papa, you did good. I'm taking all your lessons as a young man should.
Berkshire by the fire hydrant. People laughing and the baby smiling. Sun's up and the food cured. People doing what they be doing. Go ahead and double dutch. Sitting on the front porch. Don't let nobody change your mood. Can't change my mood. My sky is clear blue. I'm in a good mood. Feeling so good. Feeling so good. I'm in a good mood. So, so good. Yeah. Feeling so good. Feeling so good. Good vibes in my hood. So, so good. Yeah. So join the choir, get your praise on. Clap your hands, sing a new song. The beat is jumping, taking you to church. Brunch is going and the food is served. Serve you up another plate. Dessert is always on its way. Don't let nobody change your mood. Hey, hey. Can't change my mood. My sky is clear blue. I'm in a good mood. Feeling so good. Feeling so good. I'm in a good mood. So, so good. Yeah. Feeling so good. Feeling so good. Good vibes in my hood. skies clear blue. I'm in a good mood. Feeling so good, feeling so good, yeah. I'm in a good mood. So, so good, yeah. Feeling so good, feeling so good, so, so good, yeah. I'm in a good mood.
Everybody pull out your phone. Everybody jump out your seat. On the edge of outer space. No gravity beneath your feet. Alright, it's a good, good time. Alright, in the neon lights. Alright, yeah, we found that groove. Alright, all I wanna do is have fun. Say hello to excellence. Say goodbye to all the stress. Right or wrong, I won't interfere. Be yourself, it don't matter here. Ooh, alright, it's a good, good time. Alright, in the neon lights. Alright, yeah, we found that groove. Alright, all I wanna do is have fun. Attitude is fun. My whole 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 attitude.
everyone. Did everyone enjoy their meal tonight? Woo! I would like to take a moment to just say thank you to the Radisson staff who have been taking care of us tonight. Yes, all the food, all the coffee, the good dessert. I want to take this opportunity to thank a few others who make Erie House so amazing. I'm grateful for the commitment of Erie House board members, and I'm indebted to the tremendous staff and volunteers who help us work towards our mission on a daily basis. And of course, the best development team. Woo! Yes. And shout out to Lark, the folks the two women back there, power team as well, who kind of help move this process along. Thank you so much for your support. Can all of these individuals please stand up? Board, trustee, associate board, staff, host committee volunteers. You can either wave or stand so we can recognize the work that you do. Yes, thank you. Yes. Yes. Thank you. And, excuse me. And now, I would love to share with you the official results from the paddle race tonight. Thanks to your generosity, our grand total for this paddle race was $73,000. Yeah. Please don't forget that you can also still donate. And on behalf of everyone here at Erie, I want to thank you again for the support and for showing our young people, adults, and our families how much you care. Now, I have the honor of presenting the first award of the evening, the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Award, to Alpha People and Project Solutions. I have had the absolute pleasure of getting to know Patty Oji, founding partner, for the last 2 years. She partners with organizations excuse me, who look to develop leaders, teams, and organizational systems. Alpha Group does this through an authentic equity, inclusion, and anti-racist approach. Erie House first partnered with Alpha Solutions in 2020 to provide direct support and coaching to our staff and on growing individual and collective accountability. It was also during this time that Erie relaunched its Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Council and engaged Patty to provide a series of trainings to help lay the groundwork for this project. Most recently, Patty and her team conducted an engagement survey to help leadership better understand staff needs and priorities as they pertain to our organizational culture. And we're actively using her recommendations to improve the employee experience. Unfortunately for tonight, Patty is not able to be here with us, but we're sending her and her family some healing vibes, and I'll be accepting the award in her honor. And now, to present our 2020 Community Investment Award, please join me in welcoming one of Erie's greatest champions and someone who herself embodies community impact, Nancy Vincent. Please help me give her a warm welcome.
Thank you, Christina. I'm delighted to be here tonight with all of you, my Erie House family. I haven't seen some of you in a long time, and I've really enjoyed seeing your whole faces again, too. That's very nice. Tonight, I'm here to present to Sally Pryor the 2022 Community Investment Award. I've known Sally for years now. I count her as a very good friend, and she's a longtime champion of Erie. Sally has had a prestigious and very impressive background before she came to Erie. And I'd like to read a little bit of what she herself has written about herself. I have been a lifelong educator. I started as an elementary teacher, spent several years as a principal, and my final 7 years before retiring as superintendent of schools in Park Ridge. When I retired from Park Ridge, I became an assistant professor at North Park University. I was the coordinator of the master's program in educational leadership, where I taught teachers who wanted to earn their license to become school principals. When I was ready to fully retire in 2017, and I have the feeling that Sally will never fully retire, whatever that means, I started to look for places to volunteer. I wanted to work with people who were preparing to become U.S. citizens. Well, Sally did her research in volunteer opportunities, and I remember the day when she shared with me her desire to work more closely with the community. She hoped to partner with an organization that was leaving a lasting impact on families, and whose work stood out from all the rest. Well, duh, who would that be but Erie House? I knew immediately that it would be a perfect fit for Sally. And I shared with her some of my experiences and what Erie had meant to me. And shortly afterwards, Sally joined the Erie House family and never looked back. Over the past several years, Sally has been very significant in the citizenship program, at Erie for adults. She's worked closely with many participants as a teacher, a friend, and an ally. And in the life of some of these people that is often filled with anxiety and fear, Sally focused on kindness and patience and compassion. She worked in partnership with each individual on an individual basis and encouraged them to become confident and prepared for not only their interviews, but their lives afterwards. Today, Sally continues to invest in the community and in these same families. I am thrilled to present Sally with the 2022 Community Investment Award. Congratulations.
Whoa. Thank you, Nancy, for those very kind words and introduction. I know that there are many people here who volunteer at Erie, and I hope that I can speak for all of us to say what a pleasure and an honor it is. As Nancy said, I retired a while ago after a long time as an educator, but I knew I wasn't done teaching. And I started looking around for places to volunteer. I knew I wanted to help people who were studying to become citizens and learning to become more fluent in speaking English. It was 2017, and I thought it was important to let people know that citizens of the United States cared and were willing to help. So I found Erie House, and how lucky I am that I did. I knew that it was time for me to give back. It was my time to help other people learn about our country, what our government should be like, And again, to let them know that there were many people, everyone here included, who cared about them. By the way, if you've never had a chance to read the 100 civics questions that people need to be prepared to answer as part of their citizenship interviews, I encourage you to do it. It's really quite a daunting task, and they're very challenging. They're very challenging for people who are also simultaneously learning to speak English. So for the past 5 years, I've worked with some pretty amazing people. They have taught me about persistence, resilience, and patience, about being brave and facing obstacles, and about having a dream and working to achieve a better life for themselves and their children. While I taught them some things about our government and about how to pronounce past tense verbs, they gave me so much more than I could ever teach them. They even taught me a little Spanish. So, muchas gracias a la Casa Erie y a todos los estudiantes que han trabajado conmigo. Ha sido un placer y un honor. Muchas gracias. And I just want to say thank you to one of my students, Selena Delgado, who is here and helped me with that Spanish. Thank you, Selena.
Congratulations, Sally, and on behalf of Erie Neighborhood House and the staff, you are a true champion, and we're so grateful for your commitment to working with our participants and investing in our community. Received the 2021 Corporate Partner Award and continues to be a strong partner in our work. Please help me in welcoming Danielle to the stage.
Thank you, Christina, and congratulations to all of this evening's honorees. It's a pleasure to be here with you all. Tonight, I have the distinct honor of presenting the 2022 Corporate Impact Award to CIBC. CIBC is a leader in community development activities that help to revitalize and strengthen their neighborhoods. They proudly support their team members and mission-driven organizations who work so hard to build our communities. Since 2005, Erie House and CIBC have worked together to empower Erie House's community through education, access to clinical services and advocacy, and to create a just and inclusive society. With one of Erie's sites located less than 2 miles away from CIBC's new banking center, their shared investment and commitment to Chicago's Little Village neighborhood is great. Accepting on behalf of CIBC is Brian Greenblatt. Brian is president of Middle Market Commercial Banking and Business Banking in the CIBC U.S. Commercial Banking Group and is a member of CIBC's U.S.'s Operating Committee. He is responsible for managing a group of relationship management professionals that work with middle market and small business commercial banking clients to deliver a broad array of commercial banking services. He is also responsible for the development and management of CIBC US's commercial banking training program. Brian has 34 years of experience in financial services and joined CIBC, formerly the private bank, in 2007. He has previously served as Senior Vice President and Division Head at LaSalle Bank, with a focus on middle market businesses, as well as various commercial banking capacities with the Northern Trust Company. Please join me in welcoming Brian to the stage.
Well, apparently I need to read my bio because that was way too long because it's really not that important. One, thank you, Danielle. I appreciate it. I also want to say thank you, Christina. I appreciate all you're doing. And I do want to give a special thank you to Chris Tursich and Andy Hawaniak, who are on the board of Erie House, which is a really wonderful a wonderful place that it means so much to the city of Chicago. And for me, it's going to always hold a very, very special place, honestly, because it was the very last place I was at before we went into pandemic. Lockdown was at this event in March of 2020. I don't remember the exact date, but I remember they were running around with hand sanitizer, and I'm wondering about, am I elbowing? Am I kicking? And what are we doing right now? So in any event, this will always hold a special place for me. One, I want to say the 16 years that we've supported Erie House has been very important to us. And it's the entire organization. It's unique that next week we embark on our all-team volunteer effort where we teach financial literacy throughout the schools in the city of Chicago. And so the theme tonight of early childhood education is extremely important to us. And we continue to think about how we can continue to make an impact on the overall education community and that early childhood part of it. I want to say thank you for the Chicago Impact Award. As I'm the very last person tonight to speak and you all want to go home tonight, I thank you for everything you've done, all the people here tonight, to raise the amount of money in a post-pandemic period. I'm sure that everybody is extremely happy at Erie Neighborhood House. So thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, congrats, Brian and the CIBC team. We're so grateful for your support. Please join me in giving them one final round of applause to all of our honorees.
Everyone, this marks the end of our program. Thank you again for joining us this year, whether you were here in person or whether you were joining us online. It means so much to Erie House. We look forward to welcoming you back in person. Please come out and visit Erie House. If you want a tour, don't hesitate to reach out. If you want to volunteer, let us know. There's so many opportunities. And stay tuned because we're definitely going to send you more information about more opportunities coming up. So enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night. And if you're headed to the bar, their first drink is on me.